guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am in my car. I'm actually really early to an appointment right now. I had been wanting to sit down and talk to you guys about my experience for driving with Uber. Whenever I tell people that that's kind of what I do on the side, they're super shocked, have a lot of questions always. So I thought I would just like make one little video kind of talking about it. So if that's something that interests you and you'd like to learn more, then just keep on watching. How appropriate that I am talking about Uber in my car. I have been driving for Uber since last summer for 8 months now. It was super easy to get hired, almost like shockingly so. Apply online and they kind of do like a little background check like on your driving record, and you also have to take your car in, be like checked out to make sure that like you're really driving what you say you're driving. So I went to Bell Tire and it's like included, like they pay for it, whatever. But once that happens, there is like another little process you have to do online. Like you have to watch like a couple of videos and answer some questions. They're all like hired, they'll let you know, and then you have to take like a picture of yourself to verify that like you are who you say you are, all that stuff. Literally like a selfie through the app to like match your ID and like whatever other information, you know. It's just like getting a regular job. Like you have to fill out like a W-2, like all that stuff. So once that happens, you're literally like good to go. Pretty simple. Like the app will notify you, you press accept on the ride, it tells you where the person is, what their name is, and then you go pick them up. Ooh, I just hit myself in the face. So probably one of the biggest questions I always get, first of all, people are shocked that like I'm a woman, and then second of all, they're like, do you feel safe? Is this something like you feel comfortable doing? And my answer is yes. I feel safe. I am comfortable doing this. I think the thing that's different for me is that like this is my car and like my environment that I'm driving in. You know, like I'm kind of in control of this situation. I honestly am a little bit more uncomfortable as a rider than I am as a driver. As a rider, you know, you get in and it's usually like all these like middle-aged men who are super creepy. The other thing that people ask me a lot is like, oh my gosh, like you must get hit on so much like when you're giving rides. To be honest, I only had like a couple situations where people were overtly hitting on me. Oh, I'm sorry, like not interested, whatever. But for the most part, it's not really like that. I feel like people don't say anything just for the pure fact of like I'm pretty intimidating, my energy is, and also like I usually don't even wear makeup when I'm driving. I will put on like a hat and like a baseball hat, pull it down over my eyes, and like be super low-key about it. The other thing people ask is like, do you make good money doing it? It really depends on your location and like how busy you are. I typically try to stay around MSU area. I don't like to be kind of away from campus because longer trips, like weirder locations, like people can get kind of weird then. Campus, you know, it's students, like you're just taking them wherever they need to go, to class, back to the apartment, like whatever. Honestly, genuinely, like when people ask, oh, do you feel unsafe? For real, people that use the app for the most part are genuinely looking to get from point A to point B. They're not out here like trying to be creepy. They're just trying to get from point A to point B. As far as money goes, I kind of did the math, and for me on a good day, on average between $15 and $18 an hour. And that's like per hour, but obviously you don't get paid per hour. So with Uber, you get paid per ride, literally. You're literally getting paid per ride. When you're done and you complete the trip on your app, once you let them out, you press complete on your phone, and then it loads how much money you made from the trip. Uber pays you on like a miles basis, and they pay you on your time. Going somewhere and it's super far away, like you're obviously gonna get paid more than if you just have a quick little trip. I will say, like, I have found people that really just genuinely like me as a driver. Like they're super happy, and they have asked me, oh, like, can I get your information? Like I would love to just call you and you can drive me, you know, whatever, and then they just pay me directly through Venmo. It's probably not something I should be saying on this Uber video, but regardless, you know, that's just something personal driving, like on the side, like outside of Uber, this kind of gives you that opportunity to do that as well. It's like going to be a little more lucrative, obviously. You think, oh, it's so easy, like, and to be honest, yeah, like the skill set you need, you just have to know how to drive a car. You have to know how to be courteous and nice to people. You have to know how to be a people person and talk to people. But at the end of the day, those are the only skills you really need. Realistically, like if you think whenever or, oh my goodness, it's so loud. I'm like parked on the street right now. Think about when you go on a road trip and you're driving, you're going from East Lansing to Chicago. Like if you've ever made that drive, which is like a pretty common drive, people in Michigan going to Chicago, you know, you're looking at like 3 to 4 hours. By the time you get there, you're like, I'm sick of the car. Like I do not want to be in the car. Take me out of the car. I'm done with the car. Uber, like I am driving for anywhere between, you know, if I do a short shift, sure, like 3 hours. If I do a long shift, I'm driving for 8 hours. When you get out of the car at the end of the day, you're like, holy shit, I'm tired. Your body's exhausted. You're sore from like sitting in the car. And that's the one thing I really dislike about it, to be honest, is having to like sit down, sitting and cramped up and have your legs all cramped up. That part really does suck. The other thing I also do is like you have an opportunity to also drive for Uber Eats. You can turn your preferences on to like if you're accepting only food or if you're gonna accept regular riders as well. You can do one or the other, both, whatever you're feeling like. Pays like about the same. It kind of depends. Like sometimes I feel like it pays more. Sometimes I feel like it pays less. You know, if I'm gonna make, oh my goodness, so loud, $8 for driving Tiffany's Cold Stone to her, hell yeah, I'll do that. I don't even have to have Tiffany in my car. I don't have to talk to her. I don't have to hear her. So the Uber Eats, I kind of like doing that also. The other thing with money is that set it up so that it's like direct deposit every 2 weeks or cash out instantly for, I think it's like a 50-cent fee. You can cash out right away and literally get paid like the same day, which I find super helpful. Yeah, the other thing that's kind of exhausting from it, just honestly, is like constantly having people in and out of your car. It's not like that I'm uncomfortable, it's just that you're always kind of like hyper aware, like hyper on guard, you know, sensitive to like what's going on in your environment, and that in itself is very exhausting as well. I come home and I am really tired, you know. It's just like working a retail job. For the most part, it's like it's a pretty good experience. I have had a few situations where the passengers, my riders, were like very disrespectful. I don't want to get into it too much if that's something you guys really want to talk about, or like I've had another situation where it was just like, honest to God, like really super weird. Yeah, it was it was so weird. I don't know how, it's like a whole nother story. That's like a whole nother, if you want to hear those stories like of the weirdest and most like disrespectful and like weirdest Uber riders I've ever had, let me know. I'll make a whole separate video about that for you guys. Overall, my experience with it as a woman has been really positive and really great, and I think it's a great way to make money. Something, you know, you can just do on the side. Other thing is like whenever I get female riders, they are so excited to see me. They're like, oh my gosh, like I'm so happy I have a girl. You know, not that many women are driving for Uber compared to men. I love my female riders because they're always so happy that I'm their driver, you know. They don't have to deal with like a creepy, gross guy. It's definitely something that I would recommend doing. Like if you're trying to just have an extra little side hustle, and the best part about it is like, especially as a student, you know, you get to pick your own hours. You don't have to show up at this time and this time. They don't give you shifts. Like you literally pick your own hours. You pick when you want to drive. And you know, if I have an exam coming up and I need to take an exam, it's like, that's amazing. I can just do that. I don't have to worry about not showing up for work and being fired for not showing up. Also, I can like take vacation whenever I want. I can go on trips, not have to worry about that either. I think that's like all I really wanted to touch base on. I don't know that there's anything else that are frequently asked questions other than those things and kind of like my experience as a woman driving for Uber. If you do have any other like specific questions about it, let me know. All right, that wraps up this video, guys. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. You're already here, so you might as well save you some time, save yourself some time, you know, hit the subscribe button and I'll always be there in your feed. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!